present our shows live, and so much more. Something for everybody in the family. And also, you get to meet some of your friends and family that you may have not had the time to see during the year because everyone gets to meet under one roof. Lots and lots of food, lots and lots of amazing, spectacular things happening. So, you know what you need to do. You need to go to your calendar. You need to circle the days that you are going to be coming to this event. And all of us here at Team Al Ansar, we look forward to seeing you all there, inshallah, inshallah. So today, when we think about December, remember yesterday I spoke about December and everyone looking forward to slowing down a little bit in the year, taking their leave, planning their time with their families. We think about holidays, don't we, Ted? We think about holidays and we think about planning our holidays, whether it's locally, whether it's abroad, whether it's to another province, whether you're just staying at home. But there's nothing wrong with staying at home. You can also get to enjoy your holidays. And maybe you want to go to the beach. That's the great thing about living in the KZN. You have the beach at your doorstep, alhamdulillah. But also, my beloved listeners, accidents happen, motion sickness happens, bee stings happen, sunburns happen, and many other things could happen when it comes to the holidays. And it's always good to know basic first aid, especially when going on a holiday. So, inshallah, my guest and I are going to unpack basic first aid during the holiday time. And alhamdulillah, I think this would be our third show together because I'm honored to be in conversation with such a phenomenal man. Like I said, mashallah, he was the host of Medical Files on Radio Al Ansar. He is Dr. Farooq Hafeji, a physician, and alhamdulillah, somebody who always has so much to share with us, and we all benefit from him so greatly. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Dr. Hafeji, and welcome to Phenomenal Woman. And you are indeed a phenomenal man.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Bibi Aisha, and also to your esteemed listeners.
It's a pleasure having you here, doctor. And you know, when it's a doctor, it's like a 24/7 doctor on call all the time. Am I right?
Yes, all the time. Yeah, even if you're on holiday, people ask you what's wrong with them and what to do.
I'm sure when people meet you, they probably meet you at maybe any of maybe at the beach, or they see you somewhere and like, doctor, I just needed to ask you, and you're back on call, right?
Yes, absolutely. And it becomes automatic after a while to all doctors. It's not only me, it's everyone. It just becomes automatic that we try to help people,
Alhamdulillah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you and everybody in the medical profession for the outstanding work that all of you do in educating, empowering, and assisting people wherever you go. May Allah continue to bless you with the knowledge where, you can offer like support and assistance to everybody. So, doctor, I just need to let you know that today you're in my hot seat here in the studio.
Yes.
And the questions are going to come in and we're going to take full advantage of your expertise today, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our efforts. Ameen. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. My beloved listeners, if you would like to send us your WhatsApp, you can do so, inshallah. And Dr. Hafeji will happily answer any of the questions that you have related to basic first aid during the holiday period. So, Dr. Hafeji, the first thing I'm going to ask you, and I'm a bit naughty, I must admit, I'm very, very guilty of this. Sunblock, sunscreen, choosing the right SPF. I'm very lazy to wear sunblock and sunscreen. And then I have all these pink burn sort of marks on my cheeks and my nose. And I'm sure many people like me sometimes can be a little bit lazy to put on sunblock. What is your advice to us?
This the sun in KZN especially.
Yes.
And all over South Africa actually it has a very high it has a very high burning effect on the skin. UVA, UVB, very high concentration.
Yes.
So the lower you are near the coast, especially near the beach, you don't only get the sun from the sky, but you'll get the sun from the reflection of the water. And in fact, if you are near the sea where there are waves, the bigger the waves, the bigger the reflection from the waves onto you. So you're going to get a double effect from the sun above you and from the sun from the water. So
Didn't
that's
know
why people
that.
burn more at the beach than they burn away from the beach.
Wow, I didn't know that. And just before you continue, I'm just, another thought that just crossed my mind right now. Sometimes the day could be overcast, right? Ted, there's this gray sky, it's cloudy, but it's still hot. So you go to the beach and you're still burning.
Yes.
And then you'd wonder, okay, how did that happen?
It depends on the thickness of the cloud. And you need to look at the weather forecast and see what the UV rating is.
Yes.
And if it's high, even if it's overcast, it can be high. You still burn.
Yes.
So it's always a good idea to use sunblock. And if you're a person who forgets to put sunblock, and so you need to wear a wide rimmed hat and cover yourself up, so that even if you use sunglasses, because this bright sun can be quite damaging to the eye as well.
Yes.
It damages the white of the eye, causing like a scarring. It's called a pterygium. It causes scarring of the white of the eye, and sometimes it becomes quite thick and it needs to be removed. It's like a scar tissue on the eye. So sunglasses are also we forget about that. We think about our skin and not worry too much about our eyes. But yes, it does affect the eyes as well.
But now, obviously, we're talking about now good quality sunglasses, good quality sunblock, obviously.
Yes.
It's not those, cheap 10, 20, 30 rand ones. You're obviously thinking of something that's going to protect your eyes.
Yeah.
So what would be the recommended sort of, I'm not saying brand names, but generally they have a certain magnification,
SPF.
Yes, for the sunblocks. But even with the sunglasses, must it be like the darker tinted lenses, or what is your recommendation?
Yeah, some of the cheaper sunglasses, they don't protect your eyes because they're just tinted.
Yes.
They're tinted. They still allow the UV rays to come in. So you need to, like a Polaroid type sunglasses, especially if you've got sensitive eyes.
Yes.
So you need to do that. You need to make sure that you protect your eyes with a good. But we have another problem because we are Muslims. We cover ourselves, and the only part that's exposed is our hands and our face, and we need the sun to get the vitamin D.
Yes.
So if we put sunblock on our face and our hands, and we're not getting the vitamin D conversion that takes place in the skin.
Yes.
So you need to plan and expose yourself at home in a private situation to get that vitamin D. You don't have to do it for long.
Yes.
15, 20 minutes. Back of your body, back of your is the best place to get that vitamin D.
And the best time to be enjoying that sun?
Well, you any time of the day, as long as it's not for too long.
Yes.
Yeah, but now coming to the
sunblocks.
There's a sunblock. They found that above 50, there's not much more benefit.
Oh. Okay.
So the highest you can go to is 50. After that, you're just wasting money buying something more expensive.
Yes.
So 25 will protect you, 30 will protect you, but 50 will protect you very well.
Very well. Yes.
And above that, you don't have to buy anything above that because, and then sometimes the marketing will tell you 90%, cover,
Yes.
But it's not, the benefit is very little from 50 to 90. So 50% is fine.
It's quite good enough.
SPF 50.
Yes.
Fine.
Yes. And then obviously when you're going into the water, coming back, because I know there's so many variations now. There's water resistant and all of those other non-greasy, and it's all fancy, but it's very important. And this is not just for December or going to the beach. This should be something that we should be doing every day because we know our South African summers can be pretty harsh. So I think doctor's orders sunblock almost every day.
Yes, you should put it on every day when you're going out in the sun.
Yes.
But for the vitamin D, you don't have to do it every day. 2 or 3 times a week, expose your back to the sun in your private place in your home at a time when it's convenient for you. But you should put sunblock every day.
Yes.
And some people have sensitive skins.
Yes.
Some people have conditions like lupus, SLE, where the skin becomes very sensitive, and those people really, really need to keep out of the sun.
Yes.
completely out of the sun. You must be in the shade all the time because their skin really becomes very
Inflamed.
inflamed.
What about certain people that they may get, like a rash? Maybe, like, say they're out in the sun for some time, and they would get just maybe a rash, maybe only on their arms or maybe only on their neck and back. So it's not the entire body; it's just that little part. What would cause that? Because that would be like something I would always wonder. As a former teacher, I used to see that sometimes with some of the children. So just maybe the arms or just maybe the legs. Why is that?
Yes, our skin is very sensitive. It's a very sensitive organ, and it can react to various things. And even wool, where woolen garment on the skin can irritate the skin, causing a rash.
Yes.
So these things come and go. And if it's localized, it may be bites. It may be bites that's affecting that part of
Yes.
the body, or it may be some irritation. If you scratch your skin too much, it'll go red and
Yes.
it'll become inflamed, and you'll start itching.
Yes.
So that also can cause a problem.
Yes. Now, Dr. Haffajee, when it comes to summer, we all know, when it comes to the beach, there is blue bottles, there could be jellyfish. We all know bees. Bees follow us everywhere, especially in summer when we got all these nice sweet things. So between the three, how is it best recommended to treat it? Even for us as adults and even for children that are listening in today.
The first thing to do is to look at the weather conditions,
Yes.
right? And you'll find that the jellyfish and the blue bottles will come to shore when the wind is blowing towards the shore, from the sea to the shore.
Oh,
And you'll find them coming over to the shore.
yes.
So if the wind is blowing from the ground, from the land to the sea, you won't get blue bottles and jellyfish.
Oh,
So you just have a look to see when you get to the beach which way the wind is blowing, and that'll tell you. The wind is blowing towards you from the sea,
then
then there is a possibility that you're going to get blue bottles and jellyfish.
jellyfish.
Then what you do is you walk along the shore, on the shore, and you'll see the blue bottles on the ground.
Yes.
And if you see the blue bottles, now you know the blue bottles are in the sea.
Yes.
And when they are in the water, you cannot see them.
Yes.
You can't see them. You don't know where they are.
Yes.
Now, again, it's not the blue bottle itself. It's actually the tail of the blue bottle that has the cells in it that protect it from predators.
Yes.
And that's what wraps around our legs and our torsos and creates a problem. But if you see blue bottles, don't even touch them. If you see jellyfish, don't even touch it.
Yes.
Because once you get the cells of these the blue bottles and the jellyfish, you can get a reaction on your fingers wherever you touch.
Now, if for whatever reason somebody does get stung by a blue bottle or jellyfish, basic first aid, what to do, what not to do. I know you're going to say don't panic.
Yes. The first thing to do is to wash the area, but use salt water. You have to use salt water.
Seawater?
You seawater, yeah. You don't use somebody's drinking water from a bottle.
Oh.
Don't use that water, because if you use that water, you're going to break up more of the cells, causing more of the toxin to be released, creating more of a problem.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So because it's osmosis, it's to do with osmosis.
Yes.
The cells of the jellyfish have got salt inside.
Yes.
And the salt water has got salt outside. So there's an equilibrium. Now you put normal water outside and salt water inside. The salt water inside the cell pulls the water inside the cell. The cell explodes, releasing the poison. Yeah.
That is so important to know that. We didn't know that. That is amazing. And so
you wash it with salt water.
Okay.
Go to the edge of the water and wash it with salt. Make sure you don't get stung again by another blue bottle, right? And then what you do is if you see the toxin is neutralized by heat.
Yes.
So in the beach, you're not gonna. It's difficult to get something hot.
Yes.
But if you've got a flask of something hot, that's what you put on it. If you put hot stuff on it, it neutralizes that.
So like warm water?
Yes, hot water. Hot water. But
like
sometimes you can't.
Have some hot water when you're at the beach if it's so hot. So you probably run to someone close by that's selling something warm.
Yeah. The other thing that neutralizes it is vinegar.
Yes.
And I see in Durban, on the Durban beachfront, they use methylated spirits.
Okay.
That also neutralizes it.
So just dab a little bit on with a bit
yes,
of cotton wool
that's it.
and
Yeah.
just leave it so
Yes.
to basically kill the toxin.
And within an hour is better. In fact, less than an hour, it'll be all gone.
It'll be all gone.
But if you get a lot of stings,
yes,
then it can last for a longer time. And there you need some cortisone cream.
Immediate
put some
from the doctor.
after you washed it with salt water, with the seawater, and you you can put some vinegar on it, or you can put some methylated spirits on it. And if it's still burning and it's still red, now you need some
medical assistance. So go to the lifeguard, get some help.
Yes.
Okay. Dr. Haffajee with us today here on Phenomenal Woman, this phenomenal man, alhamdulillah, sharing some very beneficial advice on how to perform basic first aid on a holiday. So there's many more questions, my beloved listeners, that I will be posing to Dr. Haffajee. You are welcome to send us your questions as well. We are going to be going into an ad break, my beloved listeners. Please don't go away.
Radio Al Ansar, 24/7, 365.
This segment is brought to you by Kenfield Auto, your RMI approved service and repair specialist. 236 Brickfield Road, Overport.
Kenfield Auto.
Car won't start?
Kenfield Auto.
Noisy brakes?
Kenfield Auto.
Due for a service?
Kenfield Auto.
Kenfield Auto, the answer to all your car problems. Your service and repair specialist for your VW, Audi, Suzuki, Toyota, or just about any vehicle. Kenfield Auto, your RMI and insurance approved workshop to handle them all. 236 Brickfield Road, Overport. Call us on 031 207 2399. Kenfield Auto.
It's official. Checkers Foods Kawi Park is our first food store with a halal butchery, bakery and deli certified by NIHT, the National Independent Halal Trust. This will ensure high standards and ethical practices across our butchery, bakery and deli from farm to table. So visit Checkers Foods Kawi Park for an exceptional shopping experience that keeps getting better and better. The Durban Summer Souk is almost here. Get ready for one of South Africa's biggest and most exciting exhibitions right in the heart of Durban. From the 24th of December to the 5th of January, join us at the Durban Exhibition Centre from midday to midnight for 13 days of non-stop fun. Over 300 stalls of local and international shopping, food stalls to satisfy your cravings, and entertainment daily. Huge prizes, carnival games, and tons of kiddies activities. The Durban Summer Souk, where summer memories are made. Come for the shopping, stay for the fun. You don't want to miss this. The best way to kick off your summer. 24th December to 5th January. The Durban Exhibition Centre. See you there.
Verily, every soul shall taste death. Prepare yourself for the inevitable. Join the Al Ansar Foundation for our annual Ladies Workshop on Saturday, the 26th of October from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Seats are limited, so don't delay. Register now by calling 031-208-1601. Save the date, 26th October, Al Ansar Conference. Secure your spot and ensure you are prepared for life's final journey.
The Outreach Slice of Life campaign. Since its inception, our Slice of Life has touched the lives of countless individuals through our distribution to schools, old age homes, orphanages, and deserving families within our community. This initiative has been instrumental in alleviating hunger. For only 9 Rand a loaf, you will be providing a family with their daily staple, bread. Donate now on www.alansar.org.za or call Outreach on 031-208-1601. You've spent all that time, effort, and energy putting together an incredible business. Now, you need to tell people about your business. Advertising and marketing, it's what we do. Listen to this.
Absolutely amazing. It's been my first experience working with a radio station. So you don't actually know what to expect. And you also feel like, you're just going to be a number. But at Radio Al Ansar, I was just not a number. I think the support that we've got has been amazing. You guys have been absolutely amazing. You guys have opened doors for us that a couple of months ago, I wouldn't have thought possible. I think the support for me has been the greatest. It's so widespread because you guys are on YouTube Live, Facebook Live. It's not just radio based. We've got people in Johannesburg listening to you guys. So it's so widespread. We're getting that marketing.
Get in touch with our sales department on 031 208 1601. Speak directly to your target audience.
The views and opinions expressed by the presenters and guests of Radio Al Ansar are not necessarily the views and opinions of Radio Al Ansar and the Al Ansar Foundation.
You are listening to Phenomenal Woman with me, Bibi Aisha Lahir, right here on Radio Al Ansar. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. To all of you, my phenomenal listeners. Yes, you are listening to me, Bibi Aisha Lahir, sitting live here, presenting live from our studios here in Durban. I got Terence Kapakati right across me. How are you doing? How are you doing? You all good? My co-pilot? Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. And we are talking to Dr. Hafizi today, Dr. Farooq Hafizi, and we are speaking about basic first aid during the holidays. My beloved listeners, if you would like to participate in our discussion today, you need to send us your messages on 060-904-1056, and inshallah the doctor will be happy to answer them for you. Now, Dr. Hafizi, I'm not going to be a hero or heroine here, but I'm just going to say something. So when it comes to holidays, and especially sometimes if we are a group of people and, you don't want to be now the spoil sport. If everyone goes, yes, we should come, everyone, let's go hiking. And again, you want to be part of the group and you're like, all right, okay. But in my mind, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, hiking? How long is this hiking? I don't think I'll manage this. And sometimes we do get involved in these activities because you also want to be a good sport and don't want to spoil everybody's fun. And then the hero, and you doing this and you going with emotions and you're like, I cleared this trail, I did this. That night, you are sitting with a heat pack and an ice pack and any pack that you can get. Dr. Hafizi, what is your guidance to listeners that sometimes want to do that? I know I've been guilty of doing that many times when I know I can't manage, but I don't want to also be the spoiled sport.
Yes, that's a big problem. People get enthusiastic when they go on holiday, and they feel elated, and they want to do things that the youngsters are doing. And of course, youngsters may be playing soccer, and the 20, 25-year-olds are running around, and you think when you were 20, 25, you were also running around, and now you want to show the 20, 25-year-olds how good you are. In the meantime, you've been sitting in an office all year round, and your muscles are all lost or torn, and you got no strength, and you want to go and perform like how you performed when you were 20, 25 years old. That's when injuries occur.
That's an injury.
That's when muscles get strained and ligaments get torn and tendons get torn and all kinds of problems arise.
So the best advice, train before you go on a holiday.
No, I think you should just accept the fact that you are not as young as them, and so perhaps you can take part in the soccer, but be a goalkeeper.
Yeah, that also requires strength. But it's good to know that. It is good to know because you don't want to also push your limits.
No.
And sometimes also, if you're doing activities as a family, I would think, choose something that everyone can participate in as well. You could get the 20-year-olds also. They could be pretty unfit. Let's be honest, not just us that are, over 45, that may be, sitting on the couches all the time. And now they're the ones that are tired. But what would be your basic first aid when it comes to soothing those sore, tired muscles? Because the next day you're still on holiday, but you're sore.
As far as hiking is concerned, I think the people, you get enthusiastic. Everybody wants to do. They look at the trail. Don't pick the hard ones. Leave the hard ones for the professionals. You try and get the light ones, the easy ones, because you're on holiday, you want to take things easy. You don't want to create a problem for yourself. So whoever is organizing it should look for the easiest trail that you can find. So at least you went on the trail, and you can tell people have been hiking, but they don't know how easy it was. But so that's the first thing to do. That's to prevent the injury. But if you come back with injuries, and of course, remember, if you go to the Berg, there are snakes around there too. So you have to be careful because there are snakes
we need
some
to be
very venomous snakes in the Drakensberg.
Yes.
So you have to be careful about that too.
You need to be mindful.
Your footwear is important.
Yes,
you
absolutely.
have to wear good footwear to do that, and maybe a hiking stick if you're going to go climb.
Be doing
places,
things like that.
So if you do get injured, remember it's a muscle injury.
Yes.
The first thing that you do with any muscle injury or ligament or tendon injury is to cool it, because if you cool it, you decrease the inflammation immediately.
Oh.
So and cooling it not for 5 minutes, you cool it for a good hour,
Yes.
half an hour,
Yes.
2 hours, sometimes 3 hours. You have to keep cooling it, keep
that
cooling it.
compression there all the
Yes,
time.
absolutely.
Yes.
And that's the thing to do. And that's the best way to try and get that inflammation to stop,
To stop.
so that it doesn't get worse, so that you don't have to
Yes.
have more treatment for it.
No, most definitely.
Yes.
Dr. Havaji, I think we're going to be going into an ad break now. When we return, we're going to be talking about motion sickness, whether it's seasickness, whether you're in the car and you're not feeling good, whether you got a crying baby before you're going to the plane, what to do, and many more questions coming your way. My beloved listeners, please don't go away.
As your children get older, it can become difficult to prepare them for grown-up life. And as a parent, you can only guide them in the right direction. Children today are under so much more pressure to perform and need all the help they can get to one day have a successful career. Focus Straight was developed to support cognitive health and brain function for improved memory and concentration during exams and stressful times. Focus Straight, the first formulation of its kind in South Africa, available from all leading pharmacies and Takealot without a prescription.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is Sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
Looking for an Android POS system that boosts efficiency and integrates effortlessly with your business systems? At SMG Technical Services, we offer mobile solutions tailored for retail, restaurants, and service industries. Our system allows you to process transactions and manage sales inventory in real time on Android devices. Enjoy benefits like flexibility, user-friendliness, cost-effectiveness, multiple payment options, and enhanced customer experiences. For more information, contact us at 084-945-9349.
My local dealer wants my car.
Sellers Cars want it more.
Auto wants my car.
Sellers Cars want it more.
But also wants my car.
Sellers Cars want it more.
Well, shall I give them a call?
They'll do more, help more, and you could even get more. 'Cause Sellers Cars want it more.
Well, that's more like it.
Everyone wants your car, but Sellers Cars want it more. Visit sellerscars.co.za or call 0678 678 678.
The Durban Summer Souk, where summer memories are made. Come for the shopping, stay for the fun. It's all happening at the Durban Exhibition Centre. Over 300 stalls of local and international shopping. Food stalls to satisfy your cravings and entertainment daily. You don't want to miss this. Join the fun at the Durban Summer Souk, the best way to kick off your summer. 24th December to 5th January, the Durban Exhibition Centre. See you there.
Have you been accredited for Hajj? Khidmatul Awam Pilgrim Services is here to ensure you have the most fulfilling journey of a lifetime. We are South Africa's leading national Hajj service provider, making the pilgrimage an attainable and affordable reality for all. Our packages are fully inclusive of all Ministry of Hajj costs, and we offer a wide range of hotel combinations to suit your budget. Don't miss out on this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to complete your Hajj pilgrimage. Book your package with Khidmatul Awam Pilgrim Services today and make your journey a memorable one.
Yellow Ansar Helping Hands with Aisha Jamal brings you the Animal Welfare Campaign. Help us make a difference.
Hey, little
Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, verily, there is heavenly reward for every act of kindness done to a living animal. We are in need of cat food, dog food, blankets, shelter, weatherproof kennels, and funds towards the above, as well as towards urgent cases where animals require medical attention. WhatsApp 060-971-9955 or 084-3041-683. Drop-off zone 207 West Road, Overport. Yadul Ansar, making a difference.
This comprehensive dua is brought to you by Continental Butcher Baker Delhi. Quality, freshness, and value. Our promise to you since 1992.
اللهم إني أسألك من الخير كله عاجله وآجله ما علمت منه وما لم أعلم وأعوذ بك من الشر كله عاجله وآجله ما علمت منه وما لم أعلم اللهم إني أسألك من خير ما سألك عبدك ونبيك وأعوذ بك من شر ما عاذ به عبدك ونبيك اللهم إني أسألك الجنة وما قرب إليها من قول أو عمل وأعوذ بك من النار وما قرب إليها من قول أو عمل وأسألك أن تجعل كل قضاء قضيته لي خيرا.
The views and opinions expressed by the guest and presenters of Radio Al Ansar are not necessarily the views and opinions of Radio Al Ansar and the Al Ansar Foundation.
You are listening to Phenomenal Woman with me, Bibi Aisha Lahir, right here on Radio Al Ansar. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my beloved listeners. Yes, you are listening to me, Bibi Aisha Lahir. But today you are also listening to a phenomenal gentleman, Dr. Farooq Haffajee. Alhamdulillah, we are talking about basic first aid during the holiday time. And Dr. Haffajee, when it comes to motion sickness, now it could be like 3 scenarios. So let's first start with if a family decides they want to go on a holiday and they decide they're choosing to go on a cruise, so seasickness. Or you could also go on one of these boats or ferries, you know, and go out into the sea and see what that feeling is like. And then later you realize this wasn't a good idea. What is the basic first aid that is strongly recommended when somebody's feeling that sense of bilious or nauseous and they're just feeling really, really bad?
I think the first thing to do is to recognize that is a possibility.
Yes.
And then sometimes you become very brave and say, I don't get motion sickness. I'm fine. I don't need anything. But really what you need to do, if you're going deep sea, especially in the Durban area here, you need to take something before you go to stop you from getting nauseous.
All right.
Okay, there are tablets available which you can take a tablet before you go, and there are also patches that you can put behind your ear. It's a little patch that is about 1 centimeter diameter, and you stick it behind your ear, and that feeds the medicine into your body while you are there, and everybody around you will be vomiting, and you'll be quite
so when
fine.
it's going less way with the waves, the bigger the waves, that's when you would probably feel very uncomfortable. But then this is one way of managing it.
Yes.
Now, if you did not do that, and now you're sitting in a situation where somebody, your family member, or just somebody, you want to be a good humanitarian and help someone who's feeling that way, what should you do?
The first thing to do is to lie down. Lie down so that you don't see you see, it's the looking at the horizon and the sea that creates the problem, because your body is telling you that you are on the boat.
Yes.
Your eyes are telling you that you are not straight, that you are this way and you are that way, with the result that there's a confusion in your brain as far as where you are.
Oh, and that
because of that confusion, you start feeling nauseous.
Nauseous.
That's what happens.
So the best is
so
lay down.
go somewhere where you can't see the sea, you can't see the ocean.
Yes.
And you're just looking at the boat. You'll be okay. You won't have your hand. So the first thing to do is to get into a situation where you can't see the outside.
Yes.
So there's no confusion between your eyes and your feet.
Yes.
Then the next thing to do is you must hydrate yourself, because people end up in hospital if they vomit too much.
Yes.
They get dehydrated. They end up in hospital.
Yes.
So you need to hydrate yourself. But always a good idea to prevent it rather than treating it.
In
So,
treating it,
yeah.
most definitely. And then sometimes also when you're traveling on long journeys, and sometimes people feel that uncomfortable feeling also in cars
Yes.
for a long time. They can't travel for a long time. So
Yes.
I'm just guessing, right? I'm going to play nurse here or a bit of common sense.
Yeah.
Stop regularly, stretch your legs, walk out a little bit, especially for the driver. Make sure the driver's not sleepy and tired. Keep hydrated. Do a few stretches. See, doctor, I listen when you speak.
Yes. Yes.
But am I correct? I'm going on the right way.
Yeah, and with motion sickness, it's again the same thing.
Yes.
There's you're sitting in the car and your body is telling you you're sitting down.
Yes.
But in the meantime, your eyes are telling you that you are not. You are moving,
Yes.
and the hills and the valleys and
The winding roads.
that
Yes.
creates that imbalance in your mind, which with the result that you start feeling nauseous.
Feeling nausea.
Also, the driver is important because with the driver driving a car where it's not a smooth drive. Some
Yes.
drivers press the accelerator, then they release the accelerator. They press the accelerator and they release. So there's
Makes
a backward and forward and backward, and everybody in the car is going backwards. Everybody goes,
Yes.
rather than a smooth ride. You'll find that if you have a smooth ride, the chances of sickness, motion
It's
sickness, is minimized. It may be there, but it'll be much less.
Much less.
So it's important how that car is driven.
Dr. Haviji, before we round up, I have to ask you this question. So lots of people choose air travel, they want to fly, again, whether it's locally abroad, and having little children come with you on a plane can be very challenging, especially when it comes to babies. Sometimes you go, on flights and you hear babies really, really screaming. So what is recommended for the mums and dads that are listening to us today to make sure that this flight is comfortable for this little jet setter? Because the worst feeling would be for this little baby to be really uncomfortable for this child's ears. What's the recommendation?
It's to do with the air pressure.
Yes.
The air pressure on the ground is quite high. The air pressure on the top is low, with the result that when you're flying up, when you're going up, there's no problem.
Yes.
When you're up in the air, there's no problem. But when you're coming down, that's when the air pressure increases outside your body. And of course, your air pressure inside your body is low because you've been high up. So as you come down, the pressure on the atmospheric pressure increases, so it pushes the eardrum in. That's what creates the pain.
Okay.
So we have a tube called the Eustachian tube from middle ear into the nose. That equalizes the pressure. So that tube needs to be open. And if that tube is open, you won't have a problem. But with babies, the tube is very tiny. A millimeter, 1 millimeter diameter is very, very tiny. And it can block up very easily. So if the child's got a runny nose, before the flight, you must make sure that you give the child a decongestant before you fly. A decongestant nasal spray, not medicine. Don't use medicines. Just a nasal spray. You can buy them over the counter at the chemist. It's a nasal spray with a decongestant nasal. Put 1 or 2 drops of sprays into the nose. It'll decongest the nose. So when they're coming down, that Eustachian tube would be open. It will equalize the pressure.
So
and that's what adults need to do as well. If they have got a blocked nose, use that nasal decongestant before you fly. So that you won't have the problem when you come down. And of course, if you are a frequent flyer, learn how to open your Eustachian tube. It's quite easy.
I take your advice these days. Makes my life much easier.
Yes.
Definitely. Doctor, I have one very odd question, and then inshallah we will do our closing comment. So on a recent visit to one of these places, very beautiful beach place, but the sand was extremely itchy. So you're coming out of the water, walking in the water, in the beach, and walking on the sand, it was extremely uncomfortable. Myself and my husband, were walking on the sand, and our feet started like burning and itching, and it was extremely uncomfortable. So we immediately ran, into the hotel room and tried to wash our feet and cold water. But that pain, that burning, stinging pain, just didn't go away very quickly. And later we were told by somebody that this could be a situation, especially in tropical areas, islands and places where the temperature is very hot. There is something called beach sand lice. Can you tell us how do you manage the pain and that itch of beach sand lice? What would be the basic first thing?
Yes, it's a problem, especially in tropical islands, tropical beaches. I haven't heard of any cases here in Durban. I don't think it's cold, it's warm enough, it's hot enough here.
Yes.
It's actually bird bird lice that's in the beach. It's
In the
from
beach
it's from the
sand.
birds. Yeah, it's from the birds that the beach lice gets onto the sand, and of course, as you're walking, it gets onto you.
Yes.
And of course, those are for birds. It's easy for them to get the nutrition from the birds, but they can't get the nutrition from you.
Yes.
So they keep scratching and scratching and scratching and trying to get into you, and that's what creates the problem.
The biting and the burning
Yes.
sensation.
Yeah, and of course, you carry it with you into your room. And if you carry it in your room, and if there are carpets in the room, it's even worse because now they will breathe more there
Yes.
and create a big problem for you. So the first aid there would be, you need to cool that area. You need to wash. You need to immediately wash yourself so that
Cold
you try and get those lice off.
Yes.
And then one of the things you can do is to go and get into a bath. You drown them. You get into a bath.
You immerse yourself in cold water?
Yes. Put your whole leg in cold water so that they
can't survive the temperature
They can't
there.
survive.
Sure.
So you do that to get rid of them from your body,
Yes.
right? But then one of the things that people need to carry when they are going out to the beach or going out somewhere, even in the Drakensberg hiking or whatever, they should take a tube of hydrocortisone cream.
Okay.
You can buy it over the counter at the chemist. You shouldn't use it on your face.
Yes. Yes.
But it's hydrocortisone.
For any
and that,
rashes.
yes, it helps for these kinds of rashes.
Yes.
It helps for bites, bee stings, mosquito bites. Yes, you can put a little bit on it and it knocks it out very quickly.
Inshallah, may Allah keep everyone safe during this holiday period. Like I said, when you get to travel, wherever it may be, you learn from this. It could be even in your own backyard or picnics. And, the intention for today's show is to assist parents and even, children that are listening in how they can assist their parents if their parents, have these difficulties. Dr. Farooq Haffajee, an absolute pleasure and honor having you on Phenomenal Woman. May Allah reward you in abundance. And inshallah, we hope to have you back on air with us really, really soon. Jazakallah khairan so much for your time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And you're welcome.
Jazakallah khairan, Doctor. My beloved listeners, please don't go away. Lots of important information that was shared. We have another guest that's going to be joining us now, inshallah. She's going to be telling us about something very, very important that's going to be taking place. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Apa Khatija Randri. How are you doing today?
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. I'm well, alhamdulillah. And how are you doing?
Shukr, alhamdulillah, sister. I'm doing very, very good. MashaAllah, I received notification of a ladies program, inshallah, that you will be conducting. Please tell us more about this.
Shukran for the opportunity. And of course, yes, it is a very, very crucial program. There are lots of sisters that I need. Some are going for operations, some with different trials and afflictions. And of course, this is our very old Ayat Karima, alhamdulillah, with the grace of Allah that we're doing now. It's tried and tested over 30 years from our little perspective. And it's a silent zikr that's going to be taking place at the Al Ansar Jamaat Khana. And of course, we know that Rasulullah SAW has mentioned that after you recite Ayat Karima and then you make dua, inshallah, du'as will be accepted. So it's going to be it's a silent zikr of La ilaha illa anta subhanak inni kuntu mina zalimin. That is Yusuf alayhi salam's dua, Yunus alayhi salam's dua.
Yes.
But it is very, very powerful. MashaAllah, we welcome and invite all our sisters, young and old, for all your needs, inshallah, whatever intentions you make, inshallah, and the manner that we will conduct the Ayat Karima, inshallah. After that, at 12 p.m., we will have a global dua. So at 12 p.m., inshallah, we will make dua. And of course, this is also for all our ummah that is suffering around the world, especially for protection of Masjid al-Aqsa, those afflicted throughout the world, whether it is our political situation, our financial situation, around the world. Inshallah, we include each and everyone, those who are looking for marriage partners, those who cannot have children. What about the examination fever that's going on? Job opportunities, whatever. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, here's an opportunity. You will be engaged in the rahmah of Allah. Hafathumul malaika will surround you, subhanallah. all the positive energy, the ambience that you will experience is something that each one can only express themselves. So yes, we are having it at Al Ansar Jamaat Khana. They've, it is a last minute arrangement, but we thank Al Ansar for accommodating us. And at the end of the day, we put our trust in Allah. We will raise our hands, invoking all the blessings that He will descend on after such a Mubarak gathering. And inshallah, we start around 11:15, inshallah, and we shall end at the zikr will end at 12, and from 12 to 12:30 or 12:45 p.m. inshallah, we will have the dua, inshallah.
Ameen. Ameen. Sister, can you please just repeat again the date? When is this going to be, inshallah, and the time?
Okay, this is going to take place tomorrow. That's the 4th of December, and from 10:45 a.m. to 12:40 p.m. inshallah, at the Al Ansar Jamaat Khana, the ladies Jamaat Khana, inshallah. Everyone is welcome. It's an opportunity not to be missed.
Definitely.
If you want inner peace, and you want peace within yourself and for your problems, and we're supporting the entire ummah, especially in Palestine and around the globe, the various places that are and people that are afflicted. Our sister in Guantanamo Bay, Dr. Afia Siddiqui, our brothers in Guantanamo Bay, and many people that are actually oppressed, which we don't even know of.
Absolutely.
So we know there's famine in certain places. In Malawi, there's a lot going on.
Yes.
And may Allah accept each and every one of you people's efforts, striving to make this a more beautiful world. And the peak of which is that we should draw from Allah's mercy, inshallah.
Ameen. Ameen. May Allah reward you all in abundance. Accept your people's efforts. Please remember us in your du'as, my beloved listeners. Alhamdulillah, an amazing initiative where everybody benefits from them. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept everybody's beneficial du'as and efforts. Jazakallahu khairan. Apa Khatija Randari, may Allah reward you all in abundance. My beloved listeners, we've come to the end of today's show. Be your own kind of beautiful. Be your own kind of handsome, and continue leaving a heartprint wherever you go. Tomorrow, same time, same place, we have a date. Our topic for tomorrow: stop chasing. Stop chasing what? I'm not going to say to you. You're going to need to listen to my show. Please keep it locked on to Radio Al Ansar. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
This is Radio Al Ansar. An informative Islamic global perspective. This is Al Ansar News.
Making news this hour, the 3rd of December, the news from Durban, 90.4 FM, Peter Maritzburg, 105.6 FM. eThekwini is inundated with spaza shop registration applications. American Monine, eThekwini Mayor Cyril Kaba has cautioned residents against registering spaza shops on behalf of unqualified operators. Thousands of spaza shop owners are scrambling to register their business before the 13th of December deadline. Authorities are clamping down on non-compliance following the spate of suspected food poisoning cases reported across the country. Last month, President Ramaphosa gave spaza shop owners 21 days to register their businesses with their local municipalities. eThekwini spokesperson Gugu Sisilana says they have been inundated with inquiries about the registrations. She says that the city has received 1,504 applications since the 18th of November 2024. Sisilana says that the turnaround time for processing applications is 21 days. The prescribed fee for new business licenses is 287 rands. That's according to municipality. Morning is now. KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi says today that they are looking for taxi operators blocking roads in Durban. He confirmed that some have already been arrested and their vehicles impounded. The protest by Durban long-distance taxi members has entered the 5th day. A report says that they are unhappy over the issuing of permits and law enforcement operations, which they claim are unfairly targeting taxi drivers. Meanwhile, the KwaZulu-Natal Department of Transport said it has started engaging with them and they're expecting things to return to normal by Friday. In other news now, the Border Management Authority says it cannot predict whether the processing of trucks and people at the Limpopo border will be open throughout the festive season. This comes as the situation remains volatile in parts of Mozambique. The Mpumalanga government says they have escalated the issue of safety to national government as illegal border crossings continue. But it's not the only matter of concern for the province. It is the border infrastructure that is falling to pieces and poses no deterrence to migrants or criminals wanting to enter the country legally. Muhawara Modibe is of the Mpumalanga Economic and Tourism Board. He's waiting in.
As we've indicated, it is basically the area of the MEC for Community Safety, Security and Liaison. We are working as one team. He's leading the issue around the porous border. So the provincial administration of Mpumalanga is actually really working on that part because it is the part that is affecting the revenue generation, except that there are crimes that have been committed by people who are illegal in our country. But as economic development and tourism, we are working closely with the Department of Community Safety, Security and Liaison, with the police, with the Border Management Authority, with SARS, with Home Affairs, to try and resolve the issues around the border such that everybody who comes into our country, it's legal in that sense, yeah.
And finally, President Ramaphosa launches South Africa's G20 presidency in Parliament under the theme Solidarity, Equality and Sustainability. This follows the handing over of the presidency during the G20 summit in Brazil last month. South Africa seeks to advance development priorities of the African continent and the global south for greater global economic growth and sustainable development. President Ramaphosa has this to say.
South Africa has adopted the theme, as you have heard, Solidarity, Equality and Sustainability for its G20 presidency. Through solidarity, we can create an inclusive future that will advance the interests of people at the greatest risk of being left behind. This is important in an interconnected world, particularly where the challenges faced by one nation also affects other nations. The disparities in wealth as well as development within and between these countries.
Financial indicators ran to the dollar 18 rands 9 cents, the euro 19 rands 2 cents, British pound is 23 rands 89 cents. Your weather now 26 degrees. A quick reminder of our top story. eThekwini Mayor Cyril Xaba has cautioned residents against registering spaza shops on behalf of unqualified operators. That's the news. We now cross over to Pietermaritzburg for more.
Making news in Pietermaritzburg on 105.6 FM. Daily long-distance taxi commuters are still stranded on the fifth day of a long-distance taxi strike in KwaZulu-Natal. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh and good afternoon. I'm Mehreen Mia. Daily long-distance taxi commuters are still stranded on the fifth day of a long-distance taxi strike in KwaZulu-Natal. According to police reports, taxi drivers have been stopping trucks on the N3 towards Durban, taking keys from the drivers and leaving the trucks blocking the road, holding up traffic. KZN Police Commissioner Nonhlanhla Mkonazi said police have launched a manhunt for these taxi drivers and the owners of their vehicles. And finally, with the arrival of the festive season, MI7 National Group is stepping up its efforts to ensure the safety and security of Pietermaritzburg residents and businesses by launching a dedicated mountain bike unit. MI7, in a press release, said that this period has seen an increase in opportunistic crime due to heightened foot traffic, increased cash flow in retail environments, and the bustling activity of shoppers and visitors in the city. In addition to the CBD, MI7 National Group is allocating extra resources to key suburbs in Pietermaritzburg to deter criminal activity, enhance public safety, and provide residents with peace of mind during the holiday season. Taking a look at our temperatures, we are currently experiencing a high of 29 degrees Celsius. That's it from Pietermaritzburg on 105.6 FM. For Al Ansar News, this is Mehreen Mia. Assalamu alaikum.
Radio Al Ansar, Durban. 90.4 FM. Peter Maritzburg, 105.6 FM.
If you're looking for a delicious selection of freshly made baked goods, decadent deli treats, and succulent meats, there's no need to chop around anymore. Continental Butcher Baker Deli offers an award-winning service, presenting exceptional quality at competitive prices. Superb choice grade lamb, beef, and chicken, mouth-watering homemade processed meats and gourmet marinades, and scrumptious baked goodies. Quality, freshness, and a money-back guarantee. Visit Continental in Argyle Road.
Continental Sausage Circus, now featuring 80 different types of sausages. Hurry before there's not a sausage.
Butterlicious, butterlicious, butterlicious. When the food melts in my mouth, so does my heart. Blended by our expert chefs with pure cotton seed oil. Divine lasts longer, so cook more with Divine. Divine makes every meal a special treat. It is Butterlicious. Approved as part of the Heart and Stroke Foundation Eating Plan, Cotton Mark SA, and a proudly South African product. Divine Cooking Oil. Butterlicious.
Feel good food all day, every day. The Al Ansar Deli, here to tantalize your taste buds. Visit our sit-in deli and try our daily specials at 207 West Road, Overport. Open weekdays 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., close on Sundays and public holidays. Call 031-208-1601. Al Ansar Deli, feel good food.
Join Huda SA as we raise funds to complete phase 2 of the finishes of the Ilovo Masjid construction. We humbly request your generous Sadaqah Ejariya and Lillah donations. Your contribution helps build a masjid and earn everlasting rewards. For more information, contact Huda SA on 031 271 3049 or visit www.huda-int.org. Act now and earn your share of sawab. Donate today. Huda SA, building communities, strengthening faith.
The views and opinions expressed by the guest and presenters of Radio Al Ansar are not necessarily the views and opinions of Radio Al Ansar and the Al Ansar Foundation.
مولاي صل وسلم دائما ابدا مولاي صل وسلم دائما ابدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم هذه العناقد من كرمي وبستاني وهذه الأغارد من شجوي وألحاني ظن الخليون أن مثلهم كذبوا فما الخلي ودرو الأشجار ثياني صل وسلم دائما أبدا مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم لولا الغرام لما غنت مطوقة على خطيب ولا طير على بالي والحب يملأ نفس المرء أغذيتان والوصل لا يشترى إلا بأثمانه مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم فالمصطفى بهجة الدنيا وحجتها ومركز الوحي من نور وبرهان هذا الورى صفحة بيضاء قيمة وأنت عنوانها يا خير مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم يا حبذا مجلس ذكر الحبيب به روح لروحي وتفريج لأحزاني صلى عليك الذي أعلاك منزلة بين نبينا لم تدرك بحسباني صل وسلم دائما أبدا مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم اللهم احفظ المسجد الأقصى من اليهود الحاقدين اللهم أعد المسجد الأقصى إلى رحاب المسلمين اللهم وطهر المسجد الأقصى من اليهود الغاصبين اللهم عليك بهم فإنهم لا يعجزونك يا قوي يا متين اللهم منزل الكتاب مجري السحاب هازم الأحزاب سريع الحساب اهزم اليهود وزلزلهم يا قوي يا عزيز.
Looking for the perfect Umrah experience? Look no further. One Stop Travel and Tours brings you exclusive Umrah group packages with Qatar Airways departing from Johannesburg. Enjoy a seamless journey with flights, accommodations in Makkah and Medina, and visas all included. Experience spiritual peace with Ziyarat Tours guided in English. Departure dates start from December 25th, returning by January 14th. For a stress-free, soul-enriching Umrah journey, call One Stop Travel today at 031 271 2800. One-stop travel and tours. Your pilgrimage, our priority.
The Skechers deal of a lifetime is now on. Over 4,000 pairs just landed at Brasilia DSO. From slip-ons to lace-ups and even those sporty ones you wear for your daily 10,000 steps. Skechers Comfort Technologies from Go Walk, Ultra Flex, and Goga Mat. Find your perfect pair at Designer Shoe Outlet in Westwood Mall and Brickfield Road, or Brasilia at Gateway and Midlands Mall. Hurry. At these prices, they're going faster than biryani at a wedding buffet. The Skechers deal of a lifetime. Now on at Brasilia DSO.
مقلتي انت كل الأنهار هذه أنوار طه المصطفى كما الرسل شريف النسب أنوار طه المصطفى خاتم الرسل شريف النسب اشهدوا يا أهل المنحنى كيف شنور من هنا اشهدوا يا أهل وادي المنحنى كيف شنور من هنا فاستضاء الكون من هذا السناء وانجلى بالمصطفى هذا القدام فاستضاء الكون من هذا السناء وانجلى بالمصطفى هذا القدام مقلتي انت كل
It's a terrific Tuesday. It's amazing. It's the 3rd of December, 2024. And yes, in the second day of this week, well, it's second day of the show for this week. And as we are building closer to the days ahead in about 21 days, 3 weeks from now. Yeah, 24th to the 5th of Jan is the Durban Summer Souk that's going to be taking place at the Durban Exhibition Center. So we're just going to make you set a reminder for yourselves for those dates. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the Social Network with myself, your host, Brother Zahir Basa, alongside Brother Ted Delicious on the technical side, Sister Debeka on the phone lines, and our producer, Brother Muhammad Diaz, as we take you up to 4:30 p.m. this afternoon. You know, there was a question that was posed today, and they asked, what is the one feature of a person that you find attractive in a good sense, not in a hectic sense? Now, behave yourself now. Like some people say, I like eyes, or somebody's feet, or your hands, or the nails, or smile, or the dimple. So tell us, what's your favorite feature of a person?